In your calculation and your strategy, who's your strong vote base? Because we're looking at 22.1 million registered voters. Who do you feel will back you up?
NSN Kenyan.
But in terms of converting it to votes?
NSN Kenyan. Because if you looked at what happened in Bungoma, where I had 130,000 people, which was not covered by TVs, even local TVs. I called a local TV station, and they told me, you know, we have received phone calls from Communication Authority. Is it Communication? What is the name again?
CA Communications Authority.
Yeah, CA Communications Authority had already alerted some stations not to cover me. Bungoma was much worse than Kisumu, where everybody was sleeping on the road, standing, I don't have you on rooftops. I didn't call them, I just walked in and people came out. Kisumu was nothing. Review Bungoma first. Therefore, those people you saw there were from all walks of life.
All right.
And I'm not bragging. So it's all Kenyans, not just what people are trying. Minions are now trying to say, oh, the youth. Come on, I'm 62 years old. Why would you associate me just because ati anaribia Ruto kura na? Those are foolish people who speak like that. I'm a Kenyan. I deserve being voted for. You don't come here and underestimate me. And you know what they're doing? They're underestimating the power of the unknown. My God who works with me knows the answers, and I'm the next president of this country.
All right. So you're talking about being able to win this particular race. So that means, in your view, you're taking this home. You're in it to win it. You're not in it for the kick.
No, I'm winning this election. These stupid people are coming up to say, oh, atapewa pesa. I have enough money, my friend. The brain I have cannot be conjugated in anything. It has so many mindset here. That's why I don't even have a secretariat or anything. Everything is here, and I know what I'm doing.
That you point to something I want to go to, because yes, we've heard a lot about Prof. Wajackoyah, and you've just mentioned you don't have a secretariat. What will a Roots Party government look like?
Well, it look like, I mean, when you cross the bridge, we shall show you how our party will look like, because we don't speculate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is why, with the electorate listening, people who would be converted or would actually be really sure about voting for whichever candidate, they're listening to what their plan is. And you are quite radical. Will there be changes in the structure that we see right now in government?
I'm changing everything, including sacking some of those ministers. They will go home, including the Minister for Internal Security. I'm sacking all of them.
Of course, you'll come in with your own cabinet, but just outline how your government, if you come into power, would look like.
What I know is that we are going to have a serious ministry for hub. And Gwada is going to be my minister for hub. The rest I cannot tell, because if you look at Ruto, he has his cabinet already. None of us is in there. If you look at Raila, he has taken the same minions. None of us are there.
When you say none of us, who are you talking about?
People like us, people who belong to the world, people who belong to the earth, people who stay on the earth, people who have no hope, people who have no future. I've only mentioned Dr. Gwada as my minister for hub. The rest will look like him.
Will you have an internal security, ministry or docket, foreign affairs? That's what we're trying to do.
No, we shall make a decision, because we are also going to review the constitution, and we're also going to look into a lot of things that have gone wrong. If you look at what we do when we are choosing people, especially like when we are looking at candidates to run on the Roots Party, we rejected 90%. We'd rather walk in without candidates, because it's the responsibility of the party to look at Chapter 6. When I was running for MP for Tottenham in UK, after the death of Barney Grant, the guy from Barbados, who was a member of parliament, I was eliminated at the primary level in the Labour Party, simply because when I fill in the questionnaire, they say number of children, dash, wife, this. But because I was not married legally by then, I did not put any justification to show that I was married, and I was eliminated at that point.
All right, let's bring it back to Kenya. And someone listening might wonder, is it that you're keeping the cards close or you haven't figured out how it will operate, the Roots Party government?
I'm a very well-trained, highly trained lawyer, and I'm also highly trained how to deal with the earth. So on the need-to-know basis, I don't just have to run my mouth on everything that I have internally.